Hello and welcome to Universal Heritage Television Nigeria. We are glad to have you once again on our personality interview program called Face to Face on UHTV Nigeria. Our guest today is Dr. Chukwunere Ekeledo. Doc, you are welcome.
Thank you.
My name is Afam Echi, your anchor. Please remember to like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube platform. Before Dr. Ekeledo introduces himself by himself, I want to remind you that he is an expert and a strong professional in the world of fishery business. There is so much he has to tell us today about the opportunities, the challenges, and of course his experience in the world of fish business. Doc, please, can you introduce yourself?
Good day, my listeners. Sorry. My name is Dr. Ekeledo. My local function of fisheries. I'm also was also former head of the Fishery Department, Federal Polytechnic, Naked. But basically, I'm more into fish farming, you know. So that's basically what we are here for. I know. So.
Yeah, okay. You are a consultant, I know.
Yes.
Yeah, can you tell us how much experience you can boast of?
Well, I don't know if we're going to start counting it from 1987, you know, when I was still very young, and I was going, I think I will have to count those years, because all those years was when I was going tutorial.
Yeah, from the time
1987, 1987, basically, when I used to go with my father to the farm, because ironically, I think maybe only one person out of 7 of us in our family, only maybe one person knows the road to the farm, apart from me.
Which farm? Fish farm?
The fish farm, our fish farm. Yeah. It's not just a fish farm, it's an integrated farm, because there is 6,000 oil palms there is almost 10 hectares of cassava, there are bamboo, and there are 2 hectares of garden egg, and then almost about 4,000 plantain and banana fruiting trees there. So it's just not fish farm, but fish farm is the dominant thing there. Okay. But everything just integrated just with there, yes.
Okay. So that's where you started your group?
Yes, that's where I started my group.
Okay, then how did you get into academics? Well, you studied fish farming or?
Ironically, I got into academics basically because, you know, I have gone through the hall of fish farming. I've almost gotten to the top, and so and I just lost a job in Allstate Trust Bank then, because I did a brief stint, and then I was about going back to Allstate Trust Bank, Eco Bank, and then I got a job. My father said, why don't you try academics? Why don't you start a new hall? Why don't you have 2 careers at the same time? It can fit. This is so I now joined academics, and almost at the top, you know. So, and I think I'm almost tired too. I want to move up from there. I hope I'll leave very soon.
Yes. Okay, before you leave, let us know the opportunities that are available in the fishing business.
Opportunities that are available. Before I came into the industry fully, the opportunities there were just basically you grow fish, you know, you do breeding, you smoke fish, you dry. But by the time I came in, I started creating opportunities are there because I have created the opportunities. I create opportunities so that I can thrive in it. One of them like agro-logistics. Okay. That's a movement of fish and fishery products from one point of Nigeria to another. That's an area most people don't even know. It's even as lucrative, if not more lucrative than the actual fish farm, because they are the ones that even determine the actual price of your fish. Yes.
Explain what you mean by moving fish from one point.
Moving fish from one point to another is like I move fish now from the west to the east. Most people, yes.
Why?
Because that's where you get fish cheaper. You get the size of fish people want here in the east cheaper, far cheaper than whatever anybody in the east is growing, because of their culture medium. I told the last governor, Governor Rochas, when he invited me, I told him the best thing to do is to grow fish in a netting pond. If you are growing fish in a concrete tank, you are not going to see the profitability you are looking at. So agro-logistics says you are moving agro products from one point of Nigeria to another, and it is what I charge you that will determine finally what you're going to sell your product.
Okay.
So they control prices softly. They don't come up and say they will control the price, but they control it. So that one. Then we do barbecue, fish barbecue. I would prefer to sell my fish barbecue way than to sell it, say, fresh, because as a value chain, I will make almost times 10 of what somebody is selling doing it fresh, just in one day. So it's more lucrative. So you create opportunities where money will come, and then you dive into it before people realize it. So that's what I say. There are too many areas you can make money. It's just you have to be creative to create it, and it works for you.
Okay, with your vast experience and knowledge, how have you been able to support and assist our youths? You know, especially in this moment where unemployment is a very big challenge.
You see, one thing is clear. I think one of the greatest impacts I've had as a lecturer is I've empowered a lot of people, and I can state here now boldly that if you go to Federal University of Agric, Omago, the 2 students there are my students. They are not just my project students. They are my proteges.
What do you mean by 2 students?
The two lecturers, sorry, the 2 lecturers there who are managing the department, Federal University of Agric, Omago today, Otumado and Uju. They are not just my project students, they are my proteges.
Okay.
They are people I have groomed over the years, and now they are lecturers. And I can state that in so many other universities and so many other polytechnics and so many other. I have trained a lot of people. I can comfortably just sit down here and list out over 100 students I have empowered, trained, and still mentoring them to you today. Some of them are. There's another lady at Federal Imo State Ministry of Environment, Mary Obi. She's my protege and she's my student. So I have trained a lot of people and I have assisted them to get into key areas.
Okay.
So that's it.
Okay, now assuming somebody wants to get into the fish business, now what possible challenges is he likely to encounter? You may need to enlighten the public so that, because you are saying it's a good business.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure it doesn't go without some problems. So what are the likely things somebody is going to encounter going into fish business?
Okay, like you said fish business.
Yes.
There is fish farming business and there's fish business.
Okay, all of them summed up as fish business, whether it is farming.
No, don't sum them up as fish, because fish business, you may not have any idea of fish farming.
Okay.
Do you understand? But you are doing fish business. Fish farming is like, it's more professional.
Okay.
Fish business is more of trading.
Okay.
You are trading. You are taking fish or fishery products from one point to the other. You are selling. Okay. It's more of trading. But we don't call it trading. We call it agribusiness.
Okay, agribusiness.
Agribusiness. Okay. But fish farm is purely fish farm. You are in the farm. You are producing. You are doing the technicality of the business.
Okay.
One area is doing the commercial of the business.
Yeah, in that area where government is seeking to get youths have some skills. And this area of fish farming is one. Now, assuming somebody wants to go into fish, he wants to have a skill of farming fishes. So what possible challenges is he likely to encounter?
One possible challenge he's going to encounter is space.
Okay.
Everywhere is clogged. Unless government is going to give them space. There's no space. And then also there's no money. Finance. People don't even need too much money. If government decides to really help people and give them land and you give them inputs,
okay,
you give them inputs. You know why we give them inputs and not money? So the chances of misusing it is limited. If you give them inputs and give them somebody, a company or a person to guide them, it should take them through. And then just give them a little token they can have for the period, yes, for working in this, a little logistics and little expenses. They should be able to go through.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, drawing from your experience, what possible amounts can you recommend for somebody who wants to start small? Assuming you have the space, you want to start small, maybe within this confine, assuming a space as big or as small as this. If
you have a space, this studio small, yes. I won't tell you to do fish farming. I will tell you to do fish processing.
What do you mean by
fish processing? You mean drying of fish, or doing barbecue.
Okay.
Those are far more profitable. If you are doing barbecue, you don't need up to 100,000.
If you are doing barbecue.
If you are doing fish barbecue, this small spot. Yes. If, along this road now, coming here now, there's nobody doing fish barbecue along this road. Yes. If a small boy just puts a canopy just at the junction, at that control roundabout, he's going to blow. With less than 100,000, he's going to blow.
Okay. Like what possible gain can he make in a month?
A month?
Yes.
A day. My name is Dr. Ekeledo. I'm telling you that in a day you go home with 10,000 profit.
Every day?
Net profit every day. What's a 10,000 every day? How many fish are you eating? If you decide to do long fish, there's no long fish you do. No matter the long fish you do, you're not going to sell them with less than 1,500 minus expenses, profit. And there's no way at that junction there you'll not do at least 6. Because that place is always busy, almost all the 20. It's almost a 24-hour something. They are not even talking about cutting. We will put you through that. Those things are very little. It is even better for you to invest in there than to go and put keke and say you're driving keke or Bossimo around. I challenge anybody doing Bossimo that this person doing barbecue on the road will make more money on daily basis than you, and it's more dignifying, and it has a future. It has a room for expansion. Bossimo, you have no room for expansion. You have no room for expansion. It's just that you're Bossimo.
And there is a market.
There is a market that is unending. Fish, eating fish is like recharge card. It's like a recharge card business. People will always want to. No matter how things are hard, people must always eat. But you can regulate the amount of calls you make with your phone, but you cannot regulate the quantity of food, especially when it's fish, and it is 500 naira.
Okay, tell us about government efforts in fish farming in Imo State. When you talk about fish farming, what is Imo government doing, or what have they done, or what do they need to do?
Well,
yeah, because I chose Imo State because it's our environment.
Yes, I have not seen them. I have not seen them or heard. Maybe they have been doing something I'm not aware of. I think there was a time Governor Hope did something about gathering some young boys, doing some training, and in that team I had about 4 of my boys inside there. And after that, they said they were going to empower them, blah blah blah. I didn't get to hear much about it, and so I think they have done something, but maybe not impactful enough to get to the grassroots. If they have to get things to the grassroots, they should remove politics. I have said it before, and I will continue to say it to Governor Hope, to Governor Rochas before, even to Hediman. If you want to appoint a commissioner of agric, appoint your political friend, let him be there, but back him up with professionals who are not interested in your political jahori. They are only there to help the commissioner do well. Just like we had when Babangida was there. Babangida knew that he didn't know these things, but he brought professionals and beefed himself up. At the end of the day, the success of Babangida is the technocrats that were behind him. So if the government wants to get it right, after putting all your political men there, back them up with technocrats in different areas who are already succeeding in whatever they are doing. People who just want to be paid and they leave the scene, and you take the glory. Some of us don't want to take the glory. We just want to be paid and let them take the glory.
Okay, you see, in this era, our youth shy away from agriculture. Fishing is part of agriculture.
Yes.
Now, as an expert, a professional, and somebody in the academia, how will you describe the interest, the level of interest expressed by our youth in fish farming?
I think one of the problems our youths are having is they really don't understand the profitability of the industry they are ignoring. Let me short it out for you. In Ijebu, there's a farm they call Elamin farm. Yeah. The governor of Imo State does not move around with more security than Elamin. Elamin farms. If you go to Elamin farms, you see all those structures every day has. And Elamin, all those things are filled with eggs. Only eggs. People come all the way from Niger Republic, from Chad, from Cameroon to Nigeria to go and buy his eggs. They beg. People fight to buy Elamin eggs. That's how heavily lucrative it is. If you go to some farms, I won't mention the speaker in Bauchi. If you go to his farm, the poultry is like from control here to one end of Owerri, mechanized. They pick eggs 24/7, non-stop. They produce milk, and the milk, if you have been to Britain, he told me that the milk you drink in Britain, United Kingdom, is produced in Bauchi. Yes, it's produced in Bauchi
And exported.
They have cargo landing points there. They don't take milk to Lagos or to the cargo place land in their farm, and off it goes to London. So these people are doing heavy things. The point that even those who are building hotels, I can run the statistics and make them understand that whatever they are claim they are making in hotels is nothing compared to maybe what somebody like Hyper Farms is making in Ijebu on a daily basis. Nothing compared. compared.
Yeah, let me ask you. You see, this is very interesting, and I'm getting a bit curious. You are talking about the same Nigeria we all belong to. Why is it down this area in the southeast we don't have people investing in large scale in agriculture? So what do you think is responsibility that is?
When I was a consultant with UAC, Vital Fish Feed, and I built up an idea that let's give farmers credit. I found that the Yorubas the people in the West were more in tune. The Yoruba man will spend 1 million to bring you from Owerri to Ibadan to teach him. He knows it, but he wants you to still beat him up. But our people here would rather want to tell me what is involved, and I'll do it. They don't want to spend. Okay. So when you don't want to spend, who is going to give you the secret? They will give you if you want Google information, we'll Google information and give you. But if you want a practical information, you have to spend. That's the difference between them and us. And then 1, 2, we have, sorry to say this, we have a trading mentality in farming. We want to put in something today and get the result back that same day. Agric is not like that. Agric is an investment. It's like you invest today and you hope for it to come out in the next 6 months. Then in that 6 months, what are you doing? Well, for them to get in 6 months, they have been investing 6 months back every month. So each month they are reaping and each month they are sowing. But we are having a trading mentality. We want to bring the thing today and the fish grow, finish growing today, and I want to sell it that same day. It doesn't work. We have to change our mindset. It's far more lucrative than all these hotels we are building. I challenge anybody who says he's building hotels. And if I run out the statistics, workable statistics, and point out to farms, you will understand that structure. I brought one man, he said, do you know these hotels you have built? I only need 5 million. I can show you farms that are operating on 10 million and making more money on daily basis than any hotel in over here. I challenge the hotel, come and let me show you, let me take you to Jebode, and you see that what they're making in a day with your investment is what some people are just making in 1 day.
For 5 million.
We come and let me show you. Do you know that if you bring fish alone, let me shock you into your system now. If you buy fish of 5 million, take for example my friend who is at Concord Hotel. If you buy fish at 5 million, which is 3 buses, the money he makes in each bus is nothing less than ₦1 million. And he will finish selling it in a day. So what are you talking? Investment of 5 million and he's making almost 1.5 million to 2 million. Guaranteed. He will finish selling that fish because he controls the whole of World Bank. So he brings 3 buses every day. He finishes selling them every day. And there's no way after selling those 3 buses. There's no way every time we fall, Henry must go home 1.5 million today for an investment of 5 million. Less than 5 million. And at the level he's operating, he's not even using his cash. I don't even understand what happened. They take your risk. Somebody who has built something like 40, someone who has built something like a Concord Hotel, and then you're also making even 5 million a day. What is your return on investment compared to your investment? Then what is this man's return on investment compared to his investment? He's making far more than you, and his risk is almost nil.
Yeah.
So this is what we are looking at. Return on investment.
Okay, you see, availability or affordability of fish is one way to meet our protein needs, in this country. So how would you describe federal government efforts, in supporting fish business in this country?
I think, with respect to Jonathan, I think Jonathan laid a very good foundation. And Buhari has also tried to lay a foundation. But the problem they have is, I'm still saying it, there are a lot of good programs coming from the federal government, a lot of good programs, but they are not getting to the people. They are not getting to the people. Take for example, when they brought this NEMA intervention, something here at Port Harcourt Road, and it was supposed to be for 800 people thereabouts. 800 farmers for the whole Imo State. And okay, fine. When we got there, we got ovens and fish and whatever. At the end of the day, the people, we were looking for people to come because information was not disseminated. Okay. And if you go there and you see some fish canoes still lying there because information wasn't, even the ones that were brought were so substandard. Most of them are so substandard that even the people, Google people, the some people where I was there, I came, we have rejected some of this. So government has a good initiative, they need to, but it's not getting to the people. And even when it gets to the people, what gets to the people is trash. Sorry, federal government, but it's trash. It's something that cannot be used. But government is the sign of that. This thing has been given to these people. These people have gotten it. But is it workable? It's not working. So government needs to put professionals who have integrity, who will want their name to be put on the mark, so that when you say you have given this man, it's like you say, I tell you now, I've given you 1 million naira, but you're not feeling when you've only heard about it. Try to give it to those people. Let the people feel the 1 million. That's why we put accounts. Yeah. So that you pay the money to my account and you know I have gotten the money. Rather than to say, oh, this person will give you the money. And the person will say, I gave this person and this person gave this person. Maybe by the time you look at it, 100 people will say they are claiming they have gotten the money. So another person say, they kidnap me. I use the money to bail myself out. She cannot. Okay. So that's the problem we have. Government is giving you a lot of things, but it's not getting to the people. And even when it gets to the people, what gets to the people is nothing to really justify what government have invested. So government needs to have a team. I told you, I heard you when you were there. I told you need to have a team to make sure that these things really and actually get to the people. The things that you budget get to the people. If you get to the people for 1 year, 2 years, forget the rest. IMO doesn't need it to get for next 4 years, just 2 years only, and a lot of things will change.
Okay, I hope they are hearing. Now, as a consultant in Magnificat fish farming, can you share your experience in your business? Because we see so many places your businesses are located here and there, and it looks to me that if it is not doing well, you won't be having spots here and there. So tell us what you are actually doing.
Well, we have a farm, Kiwi. My farm is about 163 hectares. It's about 3,000 plots of land. Let me just give Atokigwe in Hituboma. Okay. Let me just give you a dimension.
That's where you come from?
No, I come from Omaya.
Okay.
The farm, if you get to Malaysia Market, Obo, yes. From that Malaysia Market to Adia Tower is the width of the farm. Yes. Because if you follow that river to on the left, you drive about 10 kilometers, you will see my jetty, you will see my landing point. Because the river is my boundary.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. But now you are fishing from the river.
No, I fish from the river. I put nets on the river there. Okay. Yeah, you need to sometimes you need to go there to get certain fish at certain period of the year, because the ones in your ponds may not have the desired quantity of eggs you want. So you need to get to the wild to get. Because the ones in the wild are stronger. So that's just basically it. When I do fish feed, we do fish feed. We are distributors to many fish feed companies, and we partner with many farms in different areas. We have a point where we sell fish. People come, buy big fishes, do barbecue at MCC Road, opposite Housing Corporation. So that's where we also have an office there too. Then at MDC Road, St. James Anglican Church, we have a 154 mission. We basically into fish feed distribution, and then also we sell fresh fish, whatever size, whether frozen, whether fresh, and we do barbecue too. Because barbecue, I found that nobody can hold me and ask me if you don't want to buy my fish. Yeah. Because I have my barbecue that is like an off-take for me. It sells my fish for me. Even if you don't decide that you don't want to buy it, I'll do it barbecue and still make more money out of it than if I'm selling it fresh.
Okay, when you talk about the fish feed, you produce it?
No, we are buying from people. We have not yet decided to do produce our own feed now. But if we're going to produce our own feed, definitely it's not going to be here anywhere, because it's going to be very expensive. We are found somewhere in Niger State. We are going to produce our own fish feed. It's cheaper to produce fish feed in the north, where the raw materials are, than where the raw materials aren't. Yes.
Okay. With our population size of over 200 million, and with all the potentials that we have, the youth group and all of that, and with all the efforts government is telling us they are making in growing agriculture, why do we still import food? Especially the fish. I do know we import fish. So why? You see, we have rivers here. Is it to say our fishermen are not doing enough, or nothing is happening, or the government story that they have done this and done, all the budgetary allocations are not real? So what actually is the problem?
Like if you get to Oyo State, Oyan Dam, the man who's controlling the dam is the Tilapia Association President Remy Ahmed, who was my father's first NYC student, youth corper in 1987. He took permission from the government to lease the dam, the water. He's growing fish in the dam. He doesn't grow fish on ground. He grows fish in the water. That means it's cheaper, and it's cheaper to grow fish there. Now, because here you don't change water there. He has a platform. His platform on top of the dam, on top of the water, is almost about 10 kilometers. Massive. And he's walking on top of the water, and there are fishes in nets inside that water. Remy Ahmed. Wow. And all the rivers here, nobody is doing anything fish farm inside there. And it's cheaper. Now, even at that, he still cannot compete in the market to fish coming from China, because fish coming from China is far cheaper landing than us. Just like fish from the West, it's far cheaper by 600 naira than fish produced in Imo State. Even with all the high cost of arboros along the road that extort, we pay at least 60,000 to move fish from Ibadan to Owerri for each bus on arboros. Each bus. So when you're saying, can we feed? We can't feed because we're not really producing enough. And if we are producing catfish, you are producing only catfish. People want tilapia, people want other types of fish too. I'm not trying to justify it, but we aren't producing enough to feed. If we're producing enough, we can be able to feed everybody, but we're not producing enough to the quantity. If we produce enough, the prices will fall. And when the prices fall, everybody can afford it and everybody will eat.
So what do we need to do? What do you recommend to the government? What do they need to do to improve production?
I think what government needs to do first is to identify those already doing fish farming profitably. Okay. Incorporate them to their own civil servants. Okay. We are already civil servants, and we are doing our own farm and we are doing well. We bring the synergy of private sector, because now I have a synergy of public service and civil service and private service. Join the two of them together. Then we bring out ideas. The Federal Department of Fisheries is bringing out ideas, but are they implementable? Sorry, most of them in the government sector, strictly in the government, who have never had private sector, are bringing out ideas, but are they workable? Are they on the ground workable? They need people like us who will make it on the ground workable. That's it. There must be a synergy. When there's a synergy, it will work. But when one person just wants to do it all alone, allow him to go and do it and fail.
Okay, from what you explained, it looks like private sector participation in the business pays better than the government.
Well, of course, it pays better because government will, I'm a level 13 in the civil service. How much is my salary? But what I do in the farm, I can get what I get in a month. I can get it in 2-3 days. If I'm a distributor, I'll get it in just 1 week. I don't understand. So it's a question of, but there must be a synergy. Why I'm able to understand this is because I've had a stint in the private and now in the public. So I can join the two of them together and tell you this is what will work and this is what will not work. Unlike somebody who has only had private or somebody who has only had public, he doesn't know the loopholes. Tell me the area of the industry and I will tell you where the money is.
Beautiful. So now, for the benefit of our youths that are roaming around the streets, what more can you do for them? To support them, to help them, mentor them, sell their skills to them.
We have a radio program sponsored by. We used to have a radio program sponsored by companies in Nigeria, but now they are not. They have tried. They have been there for over 10 years, and because of the economic downturn, and they are not able to continue. So, but during that period, it's been helping. But for the way forward, most of our youths are not even interested in agri. That's the problem. They are only interested in quick money, fast money. But you see, the reason why they are in quick money, fast money, they don't even know that the business that we are in is also a quick money and fast money. Yeah. I hope you help. So they need to start seeing most of us. That's why I don't dress like a farmer. If you dress like a farmer, it turns them off. You look tattered, you look old, you look poor, you look this. So you need to dress fresh, you need to dress fresh, you need to drive good cars, you need to eat good food. And they are somewhere observing you. Because these kids are modern technology. They are observing you. When they see you eating well, dressing well, packaging, they will be curious to come forward. But when you look tattered, they will be discouraged and they will go far away from you. That's why a lot of people run away from the village. When they see the way that their grandfather is doing cassava year in, year out, forgetting that there are people who are still doing cassava and not even inside the farm. Do you understand? Yeah. That's it.
Okay, viewers, this is what we can take from Dr. Ekeledo at the moment. Here we come to the end of the program, Doc. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for all the contribution. Viewers, thank you for being part of the program. Please remember to stay tuned for another edition of the program. Thank you so much. My name is Afam Echi. Remember to like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube platform.